Career highlight victory.
Right uppercut that buckled the knee!
Top contender Neiman Gracie
Wins again!
puts his legendary name back on the line in a showdown with Logan "Storm" Storley.
Beautiful job by Logan Storley.
The man who pushed welterweight champ Yaroslav Amosov to the brink.
Could he finish it right here, right now?
Who will submit?
It is all over!
Who will survive?
And that's it!
Bellator MMA, Gracie versus Storley, Saturday, February 19th, live on Showtime.
We don't want a bank. We want financial freedom. That's why we rewired the American financial system. So your money can work as hard as you do. For your first home, for his degree, for her future. That's what we're chasing together. All in one app. 7 million strong, from Main Street to Wall Street. Moneyline, here we roar.
Hello, this is Kevin Garnett, and this is KG Certified. I teamed up with Moneyline because financial literacy is very important to me. And let me tell you why. As a wise man once told me, if you don't know much, you can't do much. Most people get up every day and go do their jobs and work very hard for their money. So wouldn't it make sense for money to just work just as hard for you? That's why I downloaded the Moneyline app. It makes managing your finances easier than ever. See, when I was coming up, we didn't have apps like this that can help you manage your money or track your credit or earn $500 back on cashbacks, rewards when you made a purchase or anything like that. But today, we do have it. And if you want your money working hard, then you just gotta go to Moneyline and download the app. Simple as that. Previously on KG Certified.
My senior project in college. So
This?
the whole thing, I had it mapped out. I had the business plan and everything. It was my senior project.
Yeah.
And I realized I was gonna play professionally, but you never know how long. You know what I mean? So throughout my whole career, I was myself and my partner Horace, we were planning this out. And what we realized is it doesn't have to be this big old project. It could be something that starts off small and then you build bits and pieces.
I'm going out.
Yeah, and doing it in the Valley for me was important, not only because I was from here, but I knew the talent that's around.
Wow.
And if we're able to educate the kids early and get them understanding the why and the purpose of playing, then by the time they get to high school, college, a lot of the transitions will be easier for them.
The structure.
Yeah, the structure,
bro. Show me around, man.
Let's do it.
So where are we right now?
This room.
Somebody told me this is being transformed into something.
Yeah, this is gonna be transformed into an e-gaming section.
E-gaming, like video?
Yeah, so
Okay.
this will be a whole classroom. This will be the lounge area in here. We walk through this door. This will be where the e-game computers and stuff will be set up. So
wow, this is a whole classroom here. Look at this.
So we'll call it like a fitness gym for gaming.
Oh, wow.
So then all of this will be designed the right way. We'll have the computers and stuff that they need.
Before COVID, I saw a lot of the NBA teams start making e-gaming teams.
Yeah.
I saw Memphis's, I saw a couple people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
so that's a big part of the structure?
Part of the structure,
really?
yeah.
I'm seeing kids go to college on a gaming scholarship. That's real?
Yeah, it's real.
Holy snap. And what's this?
This the music studio.
Okay, y'all just letting anybody come in here and rap.
I was busting y'all.
What's up, MC Bozo? Okay.
Nah, but again, right, we talk about the kids and developing the kids, right? And not putting so much pressure on them to have to play basketball or have to make it to the league, or you know what I mean? It becomes back the outlet for them, right?
Wow.
So you add different things. You add the gaming, you add a studio, and you're teaching them how to write music. You're teaching them how to produce tracks.
Yeah.
And then now we're tapping into different spaces in their brains.
I see a lot of kids in the league are actually into music. Andre Drummond, huge into music, got his own brand, got his own label. I see Quavo stepping off from music, doing basketball. Talk about, is there some synergy there between music and
you know, it's
basketball?
funny. We built this, and as we're continuing to build it, I became the head coach of Dstrkt Academy. So when we talk about the integration of basketball and music, Kanye West is the head of the school, right? Wow. So Now you have a situation where those kids are here practicing every day. They go to school here. And then the off time, man, we come and we bring them up. They want to start learning how to produce tracks. We have the ability to do so.
The other day I came through here and I saw about, I think, 7, 8 moms just parked. And I went up, I'm not sure where we were and what I was looking at, but it was like a, you know, when you would go to some of these jiu-jitsu places and you see, you see boxers, It looked like that. It was going behind their back. It was a skill. It was something. He had them on timers. Is that the vision, to have like a factory or like a basketball fun factory almost?
Picture overseas, right? The way their players are coming and their IQs are high, their skill sets are super
starting
high.
earlier.
They start super earlier with structure, right? Now imagine we add that type of structure with the natural athleticism that the players from here have. You talking about building kids from 5th, 6th grade and teaching them how to get over screens, how to run sets and the timing of everything that you do. And then also playing off of their natural skill sets and just adding stuff to it. But you're giving them the purpose early.
That's foreign. I haven't seen nothing like that. Is that on purpose?
It's on purpose. My son is actually in 6th grade.
Okay.
And when we really started playing seriously, we were playing like 4th grade, bronze level. He and his friends, there's 3 of them. And now we're in 6th grade and just found out we were ranked top 10 in the country.
Oh, wow.
And it's all because of the structure. Like, we go into these games, we're not just running and trapping, we're actually executing sets. We're playing schemes on defense. And now you can see their minds working, right? To the point where I have the high school team and the middle school team in the practice at the same time sometimes because the sets are similar, you know.
And the integration helps,
It's the same as when you go overseas and they have the younger team and then they build it up. You have the 15, 16, 17 and then the pro team.
And they do them in clubs overseas, right?
Yes.
I know soccer has a structure in which they bring younger people through a club and it's kind of like a university of learning.
It's the same thing.
Attitude,
Absolutely.
the way you approach the game, everything. That's dope, man. When I first came in here and saw this, I was like, oh no, he's doing it. Like you're doing it, you know? Every hooper who loves both hooping and music wants something like this.
Right, I agree. And I think I took a trip to the NBPA office about 2 or 3 years ago, right? And it was right before the pandemic hit. We had our facility in Woodland Hills, which was just sports performance, but we were ready to turn the corner. And when I went to the NBPA office for the first time, I realized, like, okay, if we kind of take some of the ideology behind how they built this out and offer it to the kids early, you're giving them the answers to the test early. This is what it's supposed to look like when you grow up and you now have players that's written books and you're able to see that in the office, right? It's in the room. When you have players that have done music and you see that in there, they're able to visualize that and be in a place here where they can also create those same opportunities for themselves.
And it just so happened just went like that when you created and put it all in place.
So many different things just happened on its own over the last year and a half.
That's dope. How are you keeping up with everything? You got NFTs, you got the NILs, you got crypto, Coinbase, all this other stuff. How are you, go ahead after you, how are you staying in the loop of everything that's going on with progression and everything?
So my partner, man, Horace Wormley, he's really into all of that stuff.
Okay.
So while I'm while I'm now coaching, he's the one that's taking lead on.
Peace.
We just
What's up, y'all?
Spoke him up. He's in the chair.
So this the barbershop. What's going on, man? Kevin, man. How you doing, Kevin, man? No doubt. Thank y'all, man. I love this, man.
So we also have the barbershop, obviously.
Wow, this is powerful.
And then, you know, a lot of the families, they come and when the kids are working out, the dads and people, they'll come up and get their haircuts.
It's almost like a landing place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Speaking of NILs and NFTs, that's
talking vision.
That's the vision.
All right.
I said the other day that I felt like the NFTs and the crypto was like our .com. How old is everybody in here? You look
37.
young. Okay, cool. But we're enough to know in the 10 year. So you was around with .coms and all that here.
Yep, for sure.
Cats, some of us missed that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us didn't really want well-versed to be in that. I feel like NFTs is like the Web3 coming around for that same kind of impact. You know
Absolutely.
You see the same thing?
Absolutely, with a bit more utility than probably the .com era, which I like too. So it's being able to kind of go back to like the nation state time. I'm a big fan of like the Medici family, so I like that era, just being able to keep community locked in.
Love it.
The token allows you to give value with that community and exchange it. So
similar to what Akon's doing. Creating a village, creating a village, then creating a coin to go in that village, and then having that coin be volatile within that little hole number, right? That's real development too.
Development right there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we should build on that,
Man, I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
I'm with it, anytime, for real.
I love what y'all building here too, man.
We really just want to restore the balance within this industry as best we can. Give kids as much stuff as we can that we didn't have growing up. There's just so much opportunity out there. So if the district can be the place that gives them opportunity on top of or in addition to that elite training, like that's the perfect kind of destruction for me.
I like the individuality of guys being able to jump in, create something for themselves, own that for themselves.
For sure.
That's where we're going. I don't think the good old boy system gonna be around for too long. It's not serving the masses like it needs to, right?
We starting to notice the exploitation in it all. And it's not as empowering as we once thought it was. So
real shit.
Man, for us, I think to be a part of that, like ushering it in some way, if it's, whether it's black community at large or just athletes, man, that's what I'm here for. I know that's what my brother here for.
Someone has to be the leader on that. Someone has to be the one to shout that out. You know what I'm saying? And then because when you're an influence, already know everybody's gonna follow it. Everybody's gonna see you doing it and want to be part of it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna ask you, my first question is gonna be, what is district?
If you look at like the spelling of it, right, we pronounce it the district, but there's a hidden meaning in it that is super meaningful for myself and Frank, which is you can look at it and pronounce it Dstrkt. And I think that's what myself and my brother came here to do, is just disrupt as much of the industry as we can. And that can sound violent and volatile. Maybe it is if you don't have good intention.
Y'all locked in, man.
Listen, man, that's our master barbers, man.
The master barber, Joe, you came up with that one? It's been a minute since I've been in the barbershop, man. You know what I'm saying? I missed a good old combo that come out, you know what I'm saying? The barbershop used to be just information, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It feels like that.
And John's been my barber since I was a senior in high school.
Oh, okay. So, that's what's up. Oh, y'all Cali? Everybody's Cali here? How big is district?
About 22,000 square feet combined.
Yeah, Frank was just showing me that you guys had gaming, had some other tech options and shit. How important was that to be able to give like that the script? I see y'all got a studio in here. A lot of cats in basketball doing music. A lot of cats in basketball want to be in tech. They want to,
Right. There's like a mass exodus from basketball, football, soccer into esports.
You can go to college now in the esports joint. I was just telling Frank.
Absolutely. The culture of it has changed. And again, if we can create a path for our kids to like not only just play it and have fun, but if there's a career opportunity in it, whether it's playing it, designing games. There's so many like different avenues within it. So
it's about to be all different now. It's about to be all different. It should though. It's time. You know what I'm saying? I was asking Frank, man, when y'all gonna put the league in here? Put the league in here. Put a league in here. Put a couple of bleachers in here and come in here and get it.
So I gotta say this. He been ahead of the curve with that. I'm probably slowing him down, Frank. He been trying to get that going. But I think even before we had the building.
One day we're gonna look up. It's gonna be a district channel. I can pull up and watch little kids in here and watch. You know what I'm saying? Watching all these little places because everybody got kids. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm known for being under the whole. You
got the whole plan and plots going.
Right. I used to tell little kids I'm the boogeyman, so I might have heard a couple things here and there.
Nah, that's definitely in the plans, man. The channel.
It's got to, bro. It's got to.
Why not?
You know why? Because kids are looking for it and don't know where to find it. Ain't nobody outside no more. Outside, crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's gonna have to go into these little deviants. Parents trying to figure out ways where to put their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Our youth program is called the Refinery, right? And it starts from 4th grade and it stops at like 8th.
8th grade stops?
It stops because during the season, the high schools are with their teens and they have AAU. So at this time, like
So y'all do all the hard work and then give them off to the high schools, bro?
And then we bring them back after the off season and then they're able to do the pre-draft stuff with the college guys getting ready for the league. So they, again, get the answers to the test before everybody else.
So let me ask y'all this question. This is a real one. I ask everybody this. The NIL, kids can get paid now and stuff. Are you running as hard now? Got $500,000 in your account, you gotta make $1 million when you in high school, that's like $1 billion. Kid got $1 million in the joint now. Is he coming in here? Is he listening?
I think you find out who the real is because of it. Do you rest on your laurels because you made a little bread or not? So, yeah.
That's my biggest, I guess, question or my biggest issue when it comes to kids getting bread early. Because I don't know if everybody who coming from something less than, your mom, your dad, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fighting against getting something to push yourself forward, right? If my mom and dad ain't giving to me and I ain't got it myself, it sends you in a direction. And what made you and what got you to a point was put you in position to actually earn that money.
What kept you hungry?
If I'm being honest, Lord, nigga saying this nigga better than me, competition. Man, fuck that nigga, line him up. Let me see where I'm at.
Straight up.
I've always been competitive. It ain't been something I had to turn on or turn off. If we was right here playing pool, and Money already told me he the nigga in here, right? If I was getting waxed, it's just naturally. I have to put the Hulk, I call it the Hulk. Because everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm naturally competitive, but what keeps me going is the competition of that. Probably get into that later, but I want to talk about how content and how those outlets are just pushing everything.
Yeah.
Talk about how important that is.
From a standpoint of knowing, like, okay, who do we have in here, right? In our first year, last year, our first pre-draft, we had 15 guys. 13 signed or got drafted, including 2 lottery picks, right?
Coming out of here.
Coming out of here. Josh Christopher, Jalen Green, and Josh Primo were all came from here and were lottery picks. But when you look at the tweet of Josh and Jalen getting drafted on the same team with the Rockets, and the first thing you see is a picture of them in the district together, like that goes viral on draft night, right? So it continues to, you see the name, the district everywhere. Then you have the videos that come out. Sierra Canyon is one of our biggest long-term clients, and they just won in hit a shot at the buzzer to win the game. That goes viral again. All of the coaches and stuff are tagging the district. Thank you for helping us prepare, you know? So that, it continues to help us grow, like organically, where we have our own content people, but a lot of it is coming from the clients.
I love that. I love that. I look for this to be something bigger and better sooner.
Indeed. Man, appreciate that, man.
Any help I can ever assist on, I'm in the content business, buying and selling, anything, everything.
We just put an app out too to kind of help with facilitating all of the stuff that we doing here. Listen, man, go get that Dstrkt app. The Dstrkt. App Store, Apple Store.
That's gonna be my next question. How do kids find this? You know how many kids out there seeing this? It's gonna be like, how do kids find y'all other than word of mouth?
We have our social media page,
the
Dstrkt.
Our best marketing, I think, really has just been our character, our integrity, building relationships, like genuine relationships with people. Obviously, Frank I played myself, and so we've been able to like really generate some thorough relationships, not only in the U.S. but around the world.
Thank y'all for the time, man. Thank you for letting me come in here,
man. Man.
Seriously, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Pleasure meeting you, brothers, man.
Likewise.
My dude, y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Man, straight up. I'll catch you on that pool table too. I got somebody for you. I got somebody for you in our own camp. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep him tucked. Like,
Protect the district.
All right, I got you. It's all got to be tested, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Got to see if the jaw bridge actually works. Kick it down. This is Dstrkt. This is the training part of this mode, right? It looks like it. You're really a lifestyle. You're really like a way of life. Dstrkt is like a way of life in its own, right?
For sure. It's nice in here. The stuff is new. The equipment's dope. The court looks cool, but you come in and you see it's the work.
I see you got the joints on the wall too, right? Yeah. Tell me, you got my man Luke up here?
Yeah, John Lucas.
You got everybody who? Tell me about who's up here.
So these are all my friends, man. Before we were the Dstrkt, these were our clients. You know, we pay homage to the guys that helped us get started. John, Dante Jones, Eric Holman. Those are the basketball guys on this wall. You got Gilbert Arenas.
Wow.
Me and Gilbert played in the Big Three together with the enemies. So we had that jersey. Mo Harkless, who's one of our longtime clients. Craig Smith. Childhood friend.
Craig was my rookie in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Shout out to Craig Smith, the Rhino.
The Rhino,
So you got a whole rehab over here? What's over here?
So this is one of our rehab partners is Sports Rehab LA. They've been around for, since I was playing,
I noticed that you got an infrared in here.
Yeah.
Infrared is huge, man. I'm on top of it.
Yes,
I was on top of this about 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. But it didn't have the technology that we have today now. Now you can put panels when you can put things on a wall or panels or a wall. So
you get the whole body.
So infrared helps the penetration of heat go deeper in the fibers of the muscle. So when you play and now you get the massage and all that, you get in one of these and see your mobility. Sitting here for about 15 to 20 minutes and your mobility gets better. So I've learned I used to stretch in this. Believe it or not, I wouldn't turn it up so high, but I would do a bike ride in one and get one of the best workouts in the infrared. If you got an infrared, if you can get an infrared, like really invest in the infrared. It'll be really good for your body.
It was good for our guys as they were going through the pre-draft process.
It's a great detox, man. Man, I'm real talk. I see you got the sleeves in here. You got all this.
Hyper Ice blessed us, man. They gave us some product.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You need more of these. This is the real wear and tear.
Yep.
This is the real rehabilitation of a player right here in all sports, football, basketball, anything
Absolutely.
Wow, how many kids you get in here at a time?
They get a recovery day after every tournament.
Oh, really?
So instead of coming back, when we play Saturday, Sunday, on Mondays, they come back and have a recovery lift.
So let me ask you this, how much of the league are you copying? Are y'all doing load management?
So because of the way that the AAU system is set up, they still play a lot of games, right?
As they should, though. We all came under that, right.
What we do that's different, we don't put them in as many tournaments. We practice more.
Okay, I got you.
So we get the education of the game first, and then we play, and then we go back silent, then we come back out.
Are you frontline informing the structure of all of this?
No, not yet. But I think
some say, though,
there's
right?
some conversations that are happening that I think we'll be able to kind of show from our proof of concept, which would be our sixth graders, that this model works.
This room gonna grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you want to add to your rehab center that you haven't added yet?
I think the next thing is getting the ice tub.
Ice tub?
Yeah, getting the ice tub. I think, we have the STEM machines, the ultrasounds. This has been used for everybody, even our coaches.
How many coaches you got?
We have 7 coaches.
7 coaches?
We have 7 coaches. That's not including basketball. We have another 4 basketball coaches.
Where you grabbing your basketball coaches from?
Some hit us up. They want to raise their profile a little bit.
Okay.
So one of the things that we've done is help build their branding. I like the fact that somebody can come in here and you might be compensated like an employee, but we're trying to get you to a point to where you can move out of here and build your own thing.
That's what's up. So this is where a lot of your business goes on too? You got offices in here and stuff too?
So this room, we have all of our seminars, right? Our mental agility classes and stuff for the kids, helping them understand with this social media stuff, like how to relieve the stress from it, right? The expectations that come with being an athlete now.
Wow.
We weren't equipped with that.
I was about to say, man, how much mental health and stuff like that do you have to put in, like, for solutions for that? Is that a real thing out here?
It's a lot. There's kids that every day they're in competition with their peers. We had to go find a newspaper to figure out who our competition was if they weren't in the gym.
Just a click away.
Right now, you turn it on and it's a highlight of a guy that's in your same class and you start thinking like, how am I gonna get this? You know what I mean? It's a real thing for sure.
And you think that it's hurting confidence or?
I think it's a mix. If we're not equipping them on how to deal with it, then it's not really a fair game.
That's a real responsibility on us as OGs?
I think so. I think if I didn't have Rico and Barron and all those guys coming up, I don't know if I would have the mental stability, right? Because I was able to watch them, I was able to lean on them. And then you think about how many kids don't have that. Being able to provide that here, man, I think would be beneficial for everybody.
Frank, you really got something different, yo. Y'all got something different that you don't get to normally see. Come on, let's walk through. Each room has a different?
Yeah, so this is our chiropractic room.
How big is massage at this stage of high schoolers? Huge? They're embracing it? They understanding it?
For sure. So yesterday, even though I'm here, the team is in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I organized a yoga session because, we just traveled. We've been on the road for 9 days. Let's get them in yoga, make sure they understand the value of being flexible, their mobility.
So you really like changing the mechanism?
That's all I care about.
Okay.
The wins and losses are secondary right now. If they don't know how
to prepare,
then you can win all you want now. You won't sustain it.
Dropping Dimes, sponsored by Moneyline. I was coming in here looking on the walls, and I noticed y'all got articles and stuff that y'all have. It's just not basketball. Y'all help a whole group of actors get ready for a whole
For sure.
movie.
Our core business, people don't really know.
It's training?
It's training. EPX was the name of our facility in Woodland Hills. And when we had this opportunity to move and rebrand, we went into the full vision of what Horace and I were thinking about doing over the last 15 years. So Roy Powerus is also one of our partners. He's our lead trainer, performance coach. Been doing it over 15, 20 years, and here we are, 2 basketball guys in the performance.
That's crazy, man. Take me in here, man. Do you even have an ending point in this? Like,
No.
What's the future?
I couldn't even see it from an ending point standpoint, right? Like the resources and capabilities, like as visionaries, like I think we're literally just getting started.
Wow.
I think once you have your own platform, right, it's yours to create on.
Wow.
We didn't even think about a water until 3 months ago.
Right. Or an app.
Or an app.
What made y'all do that?
The app was
Exposure?
actually, it was the initial idea. So the app was something Horace created when I created this 20 years ago.
They go together.
And now we just made it to where they coexist together.
Am I pulling up the Dstrkt app, doing the workout on here?
You can do both. At some point when we're complete, players will be able to download their content on the app.
Oh, wow.
So that
So I can go watch your workout. You can go watch Kevin's workout. You can go watch Jalen Green's
and
workout.
coaches that are trying to get trying to get information on these kids, like you have that. If I'm training a kid or somebody is in our facility is training a kid and they want their film broken down, they'll be able to download that into the app and we can put our notes on it.
You come from this though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not just being grassroots embedded and, being a teacher. I'm just, as I was listening to your story and just asking you questions, I'm watching you just go into every step of the climbing ladder to be better at what you're doing for this whole thing. It's not by coincidence that you're here, man. So
No.
a lot of what you're doing, man, is visual, and I see it. I've been through it. So,
Right.
but as you're saying it, I visually see it, man. I visually see it. It's so plain to where you can see it. So I'm just gassed off what's next for you guys and what you're trying to do. You got to definitely. I watch Overtime. I'm seeing the different programs come out here, where they're featuring. It feels like highlighted basketball.
Yeah.
Like they're not showing you the game, but they're going through. You can see the players. I'm seeing as if that's sort of the script or the way to go.
Right.
what I'm saying?
The content part for the kids is important.
Very important.
Because if you don't have the content, how do you build your profile? Right? If you don't have, like, let's say we're in
Which
here,
builds to character, which builds to rep, which builds...
because of the drama, right? It goes back into the entertainment part, right?
Yeah.
If we have everything in here and we have no access to content, we kind of missing one of the most valuable pieces, right? Because every kid wants their video.
Facts. Every kid wants to be in that highlight.
They want to be in the
builds
highlight.
confidence too, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To see yourself go through it, right? And I think there's a balance that has to happen, right? The highlight versus actually watching film to improve the things that weren't highlights. You know what I mean?
Tell us about y'all's youth program here, because I'm in love with the energy of what was I looking at?
The Refinery program.
The Refinery program.
Yeah, so
what is the Refinery program?
The word development is so overused. We strategically went and found another word that fits, and refinement, right? So we changed it to the Refinery.
Wow.
Like, we want to be able to refine skill sets, refine mentals, and really get these kids in a place to where they understand, like, the essence of the game.
So y'all doing the uncleness of it. I
Yeah.
call it the uncle. You know, your uncle taught you to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Right, you
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? So is that kind of the...
It's the vibe. How many 5th, 6th graders are able to work with NBA veteran trainers, right? Like, Mark Edwards has been in the game 25 years out of Atlanta. He has over 250 Division I players, right? But then he also worked with Jordan Poole, right? You see the work, right? Jordan came in, they had a plan for him, and now he's back with the Warriors killing, right? Jalen Green came, did his pre-draft. So his work is proven. Now, if we have a conversation, we built a relationship over the summer, now he's one of the main guys running our Refinery program.
How many kids do you have in the Refinery program?
Right now, we have 45 kids.
Wow.
Yeah, we started, again, it was 4 kids. It was my son and his 3 friends,
Wow.
Solomon, Show, and Landon.
Wow.
And now that's grown to not only their age group, but younger.
What is the limit of the age, or is there a limit on age, or?
Yeah, so we have, obviously, with our own facility, the times are based on what we want it to be, right? What we don't want to do is be one of the programs that have 70, 80 kids in the gym at the same time. You can't. There's no reps,
I got you.
right? And I think at this age, the muscle memory and the reps is the most important thing. Nice. So we spread the times out. And if somebody wants to come and get extra work, then that's a different thing.
How long is the workout?
They have an hour on the court and an hour with performance.
Wow.
With sports performance.
Oh, this is similar to what you would do in Impact. When you come down, you have like, not stations, but you had certain stations where you learn a certain...
That stuff, when you see it again, you will realize that that's all heavy ball. So that's more conditioning and muscle memory.
I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right. What consists of the program? You're doing basketball skills?
Yeah. So we have our basketball skill sets. We have the game situation stuff where we break down situation.
Wow.
At a young age.
5 on the clock. Out of bounds play.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
What is a hard hedge? What is an ice defense? Wow. You know what I mean?
So it's both sides of the ball?
Both sides.
Oh, wow.
We start with defensive conditioning before we even touch the ball.
That makes everybody quit.
And
that makes people...
We want to see who's who.
Right. Frank, I pulled up here the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I saw 50 SUV brand new Cadillac trucks. And it was rappers, it was players, it was... I didn't know what I was looking at. I feel like I'm 90 years old. But I was sitting here looking at this, and my homie was like, yeah, the Donda team came in here, shout to Donda. Talk about the programs that you got in district that come over, practice, bring their programs over.
So our first major client was Sierra Canyon High School.
Okay.
Right? We have...
Shout to Sierra Canyon.
Yes, sir. Coach Dre, Coach Ed, the whole team. But we actually got a ring with them. For being the sports performance team.
Oh, wow.
On the 3-peat years. So we won the 3-peat, and then we've been the performance coaches from that point on. Southern California Academy, headed by Julius. They're now top 20 team in the country, high school. And then I'm the head coach for Donda Academy. So you have 3 powerhouse high school teams that do their practices and performance with us. And then DJ Mustard, you know, he has his open runs here with him and his friends, the Loot League, the pre-draft stuff that we have. All of that stuff is separate, but they all work together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have on your program with Donda?
We have 12 kids.
I met some of them. I met some of them the other day.
Rob, and you met the North Carolina boys.
Yeah, the little kids and stuff.
Chicago.
Good group of kids?
Great group, man. I think when you put a group of talent like that together, they think you're supposed to win right away, right? And people don't realize, like, the more talented, the more time you need for them to gel and learn each other. And what I preach to them is the same as what we talked about earlier with the kids is if you guys start to understand the purpose of the game and understand the why and what you're actually doing with the natural abilities and skill sets that you have, like you guys will all be in much better situations when you leave.
What year did I meet you?
2009 and 10.
How old were you?
I was 26.
For those who don't know, the backstory on me and Frank is that I used to, because I started to get decent and start to play a lot more minutes, I would have to take off like a month. And it was the worst ever because, you know, to take off and never touch a basketball was like pure death to me. So I would just calm down. I wouldn't play that much. I wouldn't play, you know what I mean? But I would still mess around. So whenever I would get back into shape, I would go to Vegas for what we call Hell Week. 7 days straight, getting up 6 o'clock in the morning, training, and then going to run in the afternoon because Vegas heat was like the worst.
Right.
And Joe used to always say, "Man, don't run in the afternoons.
Right.
It'll kill you." Now it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. So,
Right.
long story short, I ain't gonna say it and bore everybody, but I used to come in the gym every day at 6 in the morning for 7 days in Vegas. Now, if I went out, party, it don't matter. Come from the party, go straight.
He was up.
There was a little kid in there. At least he looked like a little kid. I didn't know who this kid was, but, you know, Impact got a bunch of trainers and they got a bunch of rebounders and just people of the culture. And it was just one kid that just be in there every morning with me, going hard. He diving for balls. I'm breaking them, I'm making them, you know what I'm saying? I'm pushing everybody around, but I did not know that you was that little homie. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah.
And I was waiting. I used to tell Joe, I expect everybody to be on here Monday through Wednesday. Yeah. When Thursday get here, ain't nobody gonna come in here to rebound it out.
I was in there.
So it showed me another commitment from you, man.
Yeah.
So first off, thank you for that, because you know I like to think that made me better.
Yeah.
But how much of that influence did you take off into the world and go do whatever it was you was doing?
For me, I'm passionate about the game,
No
right?
doubt.
So I think that was my rookie year going into my second year, right? So I had just got cut from the Hawks. And in between, I went to China. So I was home for a longer time than usual.
Right.
So when they told me that, you know, you get up there early, I wanted to go and see. I didn't care if I was in the workout, I was just gonna help. Because I wasn't exposed to that type of work ethic until later. Right, so I wanted to be a sponge. I wanted to see like how much goes into being a Hall of Famer.
Right.
You know what I mean? What's the workload? Like, if I never get there, at least I know.
Facts.
I know this is what it takes. So then now I can pass that on to somebody else.
You've seen it, man. My point is, for me, you never know who's who.
Right.
You never know who you're influencing.
Right.
You never know who you're impacting.
Right.
I gotta ask you this, man. From a coach and from a program CEO, you're running this. How hard is it when teaching the move packages? Do you have a preference in the move packages? Because the moves are supposed to be able to put you somewhere, better positions, joint kicking.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the move packages?
I'm a fan of movement, period, right? Simplicity in actually when you have the ball.
Yeah.
And using your teammates to do what you need to do, right? I have a kid, a sophomore, super talented. His name's Ja'Kai Howard, right? And he's a top 10 sophomore in the country.
Oh, wow.
We sat here 20 minutes before a game. No, 20 minutes in the shoot around and did 2 dribble pull-ups.
Just to simplify his game.
2 dribble pull-ups.
Doing way too much with the ball or just doing
The
extra
extra
stuff? Yeah.
It's cool and it looks
good,
great.
Right? There you go.
But you can get the same shot with a simple pump fake, 2 dribble pull-up. We get into overtime in Miami.
Oh, wow.
It's 73-73, Ja'Kai, pump fake, 2 dribble pull-up.
Oh, wow.
Bucket. Same kid. Ja'Kai, what block you like to work? It's a 6'5" guard. There's not too many 6'5" guards that he's gonna play against. So we start teaching him how to play with his back to the basket.
Wow. Post-up game.
Next thing you know, he's doing shimmies, fadeaways. The best moment this season so far for me, the wins are great, but was watching him look at me smiling and say, we worked on that. We worked on that.
So it's registered.
You know what I mean? And that, I think, when you start to see the kids use the stuff you're teaching them on the same day,
Facts.
that means they're no longer afraid to try new things. Now they're ready to learn. Now they're ready to apply. You know what I mean? And you get kids that's that talented to understand that they don't have all the answers, it's game over.
Right.
Because now you can teach them as much as you need to.
So you start off AAU coach or being a coach, but the responsibilities in which you're taking on are kind of,
And I think
damn, they're like a parent almost, yo.
I think it's the reverse for me, right? I had those responsibilities first, and I was staying away from being the coach because of those responsibilities.
Wow.
Now I can't, there's no way
Cannot.
you can look at me and say, I'm trying to lead you in a direction because I'm not affiliated with anybody, right? The coaching thing came, and it's the same, that because my reputation was what it is, they know no matter what, if I'm coaching here, I'm coaching there, my conversation with you is gonna be genuine and it's gonna be transparent.
I'm waiting on the district mentorship program.
Has to happen.
It's evolving.
Yeah.
It's here. You
Has
just
to
got to put a name on it
Yeah.
and then give it purpose. How can people find you? What's your social tag?
My Instagram is CaliFrank5. My Facebook, this is my name, and I'm not really on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, CaliFrank5.
How can people find the district?
On the district social media, the Instagram. We have our YouTube page being put up now. District Fieldhouse is another one, and then the youth program is Refinery .district.
That's what's up, man. Right, man. Thank you, Frank. Seriously.
Nah, thank you.
For letting me,
Yes,
come
sir.
through and just giving me the whole journey of what you not built, man. I'm a
Sure.
huge fan
For sure,
of
appreciate
what
it.
you're doing. Oh, snap. That's what's up.
is just as simple as someone being able to see it, to see that it's possible.
This is a story of hope.
Okay, I see you, baby boss.
How do I look?
Like a badass captain who knows what's up.
Black culture is still relevant, and now we can show people something from this lens.